Good morning, everyone. I believe we are live right now, and I just want to make sure that you can all hear me. Just waiting for people to come onto the live stream. This morning's live stream is to make everyone aware of the Liberty Fighters Network that will be doing a live stream very, very soon. And I've already put out a link on the channel to that live stream. I will also put a link underneath this live stream now with regards to the Liberty Fighters Network. It'll be on the Reino de Beers channel, and I'll give you a link to that live stream for the court case. It'll be happening at 10 o'clock, and you'll be able to tune in from about 1:45, which is in 15 minutes' time. Reino will be speaking to the nation. This is unique because what actually happened, thank you for everyone that is coming online now. We have about 68 people. I really want you to share this link because the Liberty Fighters Network is taking on the state. The state has put the best advocate team together to fight us, and they're using our taxpayers' money to fight Reino de Beer in court. He's presenting us as an individual, and he had to ask for special access to the court to do this. I also want to tell you, this is my first live stream test. I will be doing a live stream between 11 and 12 o'clock with someone from the entertainment industry. And they will be telling you what has happened since this lockdown has started, how it's affected the people. And I'll be doing many live streams from then on. And I'll be live streaming with people, real South Africans, explaining their experiences. So when this live stream is over, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bonita, Gail, Delita, Natalie, the Wizard, Shelly. Good morning to all of you. This is new to me, doing a live stream, but we have something very important this morning. In the links, I will, underneath this live stream, in the first comment, once I've ended the live stream, I'll put a link to the Liberty Fighters Network live stream for this morning. Please go and support Reino there. He's one man up against the state. Wim Trengove, who is the chief advocate, he will be fighting for the state against you and me with our taxpayers' money. And this is really upsetting. And it's going to be a David and Goliath battle. I spoke to Reino 2 days ago, and he's ready for this fight. He's prepared himself. I didn't bother him this morning, but Reino, if you're watching at any stage, we are behind you and we are supporting you. Good morning, Louise, Neville, Fani, Jackie, Marita, Andre, Johan, Mari, Sylvia, Johan. What's for chow? I'm not sure. You tell me. I've actually had a breakfast this morning. This venue has been very, very good to us. There's 127 people watching now. People, I want you to please share the link for the Liberty Fighters Network live stream. I'm pasting it in the comments now. There you can see it. I'll paste it a couple of times. But how do you feel about the fact that people are currently literally funding the state fighting us? I mean, to me, this is absolutely crazy. The fact that we are funding our own demise. Good morning, Antoinette. I'll be meeting with you and your people soon, probably next week. Ronel, thank you very much. Linton, thank you very much. The link that I put up just now, I'll paste the link a couple of times. You can follow those links, open it up in a new tab to go and support the Liberty Fighters Network. In their fight, it's a David and Goliath battle, literally. I've put it on my Facebook page. I've put it on Resistance SA, one of the Facebook groups that I'm an admin of, that I started. Hashtag Resistance SA. If you haven't joined there yet, you can go and join on hashtag Resistance SA. And in that group, anything goes. So there's very little censorship unless someone's doing something illegal. and you can put your feelings out there in that group. It's got 2,000 members now. It's just grown by itself. We haven't advertised or anything. Morning, Nigel. How are you doing, Nigel? Tilla, Jenny, Sydney, Mark. Thank you for all being with me now. So I'll post another link. Please follow that link. Open it in a new screen. That link that I've just posted now, I've posted 2 already, where you will be able to go and watch the Liberty Fighters work. What I'm doing now is for Reino de Beer. He is fighting on his own against the state. And the state has appointed 3 advocates that will be fighting him. Why do they need 3 people, use our taxpayers' money, to fight us? Think about that. And this is why we all need to support #direct elections. And as I'm going around the country, I'll explain it to you in more detail. There's a lot of people that have many misgivings and misunderstandings about what direct elections is. Morning, Esther, Shelley, France, Hannes, 690107, Celeste. Morning, Celeste. There's one of our superstars. Hannes, Judy, Tanya, Jasmine. Thank you for all coming and listening to this live broadcast where I want to make everyone aware of Reino de Beer that is fighting for you and me. He's going to look at specific lockdown regulations. So there's a few articles that is brought before the court. One of them is the wearing of masks. So he's actually come with a scientific study with regards to the wearing of masks, and he's bringing it and testing it before the court. He's also bringing a fight for the entertainment industry, for all the other lockdown regulations where our government has come up with regulations, not laws, preventing us from doing certain things. And not following these regulations is not breaking the law at all, because they're just regulations. And the government hates this, because they're not allowed to say that you're breaking the law when you're not following regulations. So the curfew that's in place is absolutely ridiculous. We've been treated like children. And we know at this stage that this SARS-CoV-2 virus does not kill people the way they said initially. And that what we need to do, I know I've had friends that have been very sick from it, that have been to hospital. One of the rugby coaches of my kids have been in hospital, and he's a very fit and strong man. So it can affect people, but does it necessitate the actions that our government has taken and all the other actions that they are taking right now? And what is happening now is that someone like Reino has stood up as an individual, and he's one of the most awesome people to chat to, because he's just so bubbly and full of life, and he absolutely loves his country. He loves the people of this country. And I mean, he's standing up, he's going to court and taking on 3 of the chief advocates, himself as a person. This is absolutely amazing to actually get to know people like Reino. And I can really look up to him. He's a light in this country. And I need other people across the country to also rise up and in their communities make a difference and be that difference. Hi, Tiger Shark, Joan Vermeulen, Louise van der Walt, Paul, Linda. I'm going to post another link quickly for the live stream for the Liberty Fighters Network, Reino de Beer, that will be taking on the state. For those of you that have time, please watch that live stream. See, this is about you. He's fighting for you in court. He is showing what one individual can do. One person. It's all it takes to change a country. And you can be that change in your neighborhood, in your home first, within your family, because family units are under attack these days. Many people that want to be in this new order, they don't want families to exist within that order. They want equality, and to them, a family does not represent equality, because there's a father, a mother, and children. They all need to be equal. Well, over my dead body, to me, a father and a mother is key to a family unit, and children, there needs to be authority. And at this stage, our government wants to even take authority away from parents over their children from the age of 12. So from the age of 12, under our current constitution, which has to change, A child has medical authority over their bodies. A parent has no more say. They can divorce you. There's many things that they can do. We have 158 people watching now. Thank you to all of you that have come on board. Please go to the Shelley asked, could we do crowdfunding to help with legal costs? Rhino needs all the help that he can get. So you can go to the Liberty Fighters Network website and you can donate to them over there. And please do. I really want you to support what they are doing. I mean, they are fighting for us. Even if you just contribute 100 Rand or 50 Rand or 20 Rand, it doesn't matter. MH Catering says, Sterk the Rhino. I agree. We need to support him. It starts in 12 minutes. So I'm going to end this live stream in about 5 minutes time. There's 163 people watching now. Please, I want you to support Rhino, even if it's just in the first hour of the court proceedings. But please monitor what is happening with your future. The most important thing I want you to watch is what the state thinks of us when they argue in court. And this is important to understand. You know, this channel didn't grow to 18,000 people because 18,000 people agrees with what the state is doing. It's because they disagree with what the state is doing, and rightfully so. And I'm really glad that so many of you, there's 170 of you now that are online at this time of the morning, which shows that we can do live streams at this time. I'll be speaking to many people. I will obviously be doing live streams in the evening as well, which is an easier time for people to come on online. We have 176 people now. Hi, Hendrik, Shelley, Pinar. Thank you for all watching. A GoFundMe page, Shelley. I think at this stage, Rhino has set up very specific ways of supporting Liberty Fighters Network, but anyone can start a GoFundMe page for a specific cause. So if you want to take the initiative and start a GoFundMe page for Liberty Fighters Network for the court costs, you know, Rhino's fighting the government himself at this stage in court because the fees are just too astronomical when you get all these lawyers involved, and he doesn't trust them. So he's had legal teams before, and he's realized that they're part of a fraternity that look out for each other. So he's realized that he actually needs to fight for you and me himself as a South African citizen. So he needs all the support he can get. He's been doing a lot of prep work, a lot of studying, because you need to understand the legal jargon. So he's a real hero, a South African hero, and I hope he will go down in history as one of those people that took on the state as a person, as an individual, and each of you can do the same. But the fact that he's willing to do it, I think we need to support him. Pinar van Wyk says, laat loop Rhino. I agree. Rhino, go for it. We are all behind you. We have 189 people online now. Thank you to all of you that have tuned in for this. I need to support Rhino. You know, every discussion that I've had with this man, he is such an amazing person. He hasn't said a negative word about anything or anyone. All he wants to do is help where he can. And his biggest concern now is our freedoms and liberties being taken away during this lockdown. And the fact that people are forced to wear masks, even when driving a car. I mean, up in Gauteng, it's the first place I saw people driving with masks inside vehicles. And I don't understand the logic behind that. The scientific proof out there will tell you that it's there's no benefit to that whatsoever. I put out a video yesterday very purposefully on a scientific study that was done on the difference between speaking and singing, and that they couldn't find that singing was worse than speaking with regards to spreading contamination. And they said that if there's ventilation in closed buildings, you should be able to have concerts if there's sufficient ventilation. So this is telling us that driving in a car, an isolated vehicle with a mask on, is absolute insanity. And our president has asked that once you leave your house, not your yard, your house, your front door, you must wear a mask. This is what he's expecting according to the regulations. We have over 200 people watching now. Thank you very much, 211. It's climbing rapidly now. Our president expects you and I to wear a mask the moment we leave our home. Now, this is a regulation. This is not a law. But I've seen that someone that was not wearing a mask in their vehicle was fined 3,000 Rand because of that. Now, this is not them breaking the law. This is violating a regulation. And we need to remove this government that wants to put out regulations that makes no scientific sense. And I don't want to make someone else sick. And I will take the precautions to make sure that I don't make someone else sick. When I have the flu or when I have anything that's contagious, I stay at home. And it should be the same for this. We should take the precautions that we see is necessary. The people that are vulnerable, they should be protected and they can protect themselves. Why is an entire nation being destroyed when there's no scientific evidence for the behavior that government is asking us to enable in our lives? When our own experts said at level 4, when we went to level 3, that we should go to level 1. When our own scientists say, go to level 1, and our government ignores it and says, we are listening to the World Health Organization, and because of that, we'll rather go from level 4 to 3, not from 4 to 1. This is what has happened. So how many people have died from TB during this time period? 2 weeks ago, it was over 40,000. And we're not walking around with masks because of that. Why not? Why don't they have signs all over the highway saying, beware of TB, wear a mask, don't go to school, sit far away from the kids at school? These are all questions that I have, and we need to ask these questions. So I'm going to stop this live stream soon. I'm going to put another link to Reiner de Beer's live stream. There it is. Douglas Newton asks, how do we contribute funds to Rhino Fighters Network? You can go to the Liberty Fighters Network website. They have ways there to contribute. Some people have suggested that we start a crowdfund to try and help him. Certainly help him with that, please. Like you people have helped me. The people of South Africa are keeping me on the road for these meetings. And the same way the people can help Rhino to continue these fights in court. He's putting his whole life into this at this stage. And I mean, he doesn't want much in life. He just wants to help for us to be free. He's a liberty fighter. And I believe in individual liberty, something that our state and this new world order ideology that's been created that many statesmen are speaking about, this new economic reset, where they want us to be a part of the greater good and make all your individual liberty fall away. And remember, News 24 did a survey where they found that 73% of South African people, and they polled 3,800 people, are willing to hand over their freedom for safety. So all you have to do for people to relinquish their freedom is create havoc. When you create havoc and crime and many other things, it pays well for government to have all these things. And this is why they will make sure that crime remains rampant. They need crime to stay in power. And they need crime for us to relinquish our freedoms. But if you come to my meetings, I'll go into a lot more detail and you will understand why we need to fight this, why we need a full new governance system in place. And Reiner and many other people, they support this. They know that we cannot have this current government we have. We need a new system in place. The sooner the better. And please go and support. Hello, Barry Fulhun. I like that. Just me, Jeanette, Jasmine. Thanks for supporting Reiner. Tanya, Tough Gemini. How are you doing? Godspeed to Reiner. Says we need to eradicate this commie ANC government. Well, it's not just the ANC government. There's many people in government right now because our government is not an ANC government. Our government is actually comprised of all the political parties present there right now. And they all stood behind the president of South Africa when they announced the lockdown initially. They stood behind him again when he extended the lockdown, when they said this would only be 3 weeks. And they said we want to flatten the curve. This curve flattening thing and all of their maths never worked out. And our president said in the last speech, and I did a video on that went viral everywhere, he said that we had to come down with our figures. We had to adjust them downward because they were wrong. I mean, they had no scientific basis for any of the actions that they took, and they've never accounted for that. There was no accounting for those actions. Yeah, Jasmine said, did only government and banks and Saraya Finance maintain pay undistributed during COVID-19? Everyone else impoverished totally. Well, we have to ask those questions. Sandra Smith, hashtag direct elections. Direct elections is what we need. Remember, hashtag direct elections is an awareness campaign so that people realize that you don't just have to vote for a party. And I've called for the government to start that process immediately as per the Concord ruling. I can tell you now they've done nothing. They don't intend on doing anything because their jobs are at stake. More people died of flu last year than COVID this year. We know this. Esther, the figures are currently against our government. I want to end this live stream now because Reino is actually going live, so I don't want to cut into his time. Thank you very much for joining me. You can join me again later when I will be doing a live stream with someone from Port Elizabeth. And this person will explain what this lockdown has done to the entertainment industry. I look forward to that. Thank you to all of you that have come on. And thank you for your support. It's been tremendous. The people have kept me on the road. There's 226 people watching now. Please tune in for the live stream later. I will put it out there, and then you can obviously watch the live streams that I do in future. They'll still be available after the live stream. So if you miss it, you can please subscribe to this channel if you have not yet, and click the bell icon to get notifications for videos. It's important that you share the video so that other people can see the content. But please share the links for Liberty Fighters Network. I'm going to put it in one last time. Go to that link now and support Reino de Beer. Thank you very much. Till the next live stream. Goodbye, everyone.